Hey, how's everybody doing? All right. Well, good. Brother, Pastor Wright, he a hard act to follow right there. He tight with it. And Rev Meeks, you talking about your little humble church. This is like a mall. I pass a Foot Locker. I'm in here, I'm like, where's the sanctuary? They say it's past the food court and go through in the Foot Locker around the corner, and then you go in there. I was like, small little congregation, okay. It's definitely an honor to be here to pay respect to the family and my brother Bernie. I knew it was going. I mean, this dude is a very, very popular guy. I mean, y'all know I'm good to see everybody here, but y'all know y'all was calling me like, say, let me get 4 tickets to the funeral, man. I was like, now that don't make no sense right there. He's still the hottest ticket in town. That's all right there, man. That's all right there. It is. I mean, he's a great dude. When I first started doing comedy, I would come. I lived in St. Louis, and I would come up here. Y'all had this really great comedy show, the Miller Genuine Draft, this comedy competition. And if you lived in the Midwest, if you won, I remember it was $3,000 if you win. And that was, $3,000? Come on now. And I'm talking about in late 80s, 3,000? I told my mom she didn't even have to work no more. 3,000. I believed that too. I was like, I got 3,000, mama. You ain't got to work no more. But Bernie was one of the dudes that took me in, like very early on. He was always the kind of cat so confident in his own self and his own comedy that he didn't matter how funny you was bringing it or what you was bringing. He encouraged it. He wanted you to do your very best. And I remember when I went to go do New York, first time I did Def Comedy Jam, it was my first time there. That was his famous, I Ain't Scared of You. Y'all know you know the rest of it. Don't try to get me to go to, but it was that show, and but he was sitting, we had lunch, and he was telling me, say it, be yourself, man. The thing about coming to New York is you'll find yourself being intimidated, and so just be yourself, be your very self out there, and then he went out and had this magical show, and it was just something that I took with me that, encouraged me to be, the best comic that I can be, and it was an honor to find myself working with him as a peer and alongside him on the Kings of Comedy. So, and as I traveled through life, it was interesting that as I would go through after the Kings, after I would go through, Bernie would say, I would see people and I don't know how they mixed us up. I'm shorter than him, maybe because we was the two darkest ones of the Kings of Comedy. Be it Bernie was darker than me, though. Just for the record. But people, I'm sorry, dog, but it was really, though, it was an honor because people would see me and they go, hey, Bernie Mac, and I would be like, no, but it was, you knew that it was just so much love and admiration for him that even they would go, oh, right, you say it, and then they would still be going, tell Bernie Mac I say, hey, though, I'd be like, thank you. But I had to be here. I knew that the brother had been, ill for a minute, and we called and talked with the family, and I was just really sad to hear that he had passed on. But he was a dynamic human being that lived a very big life and a great life, and this is the right way to celebrate Bernie Mac. So big love to you, B Mac, bro.
I met Bernie for the first time in Detroit at the I've seen a miracle today. I got from O'Hare to here in 30 minutes. I watched the white dude know all the words to the black national anthem, and I'm ashamed of myself. I was having to hum like all y'all. Don't act like it's just me. And then I watched Bernie Mac and Isaac Hayes in church. If that ain't saying something, I'm like, wow, this is what I've been missing all this time? Y'all can do this? I met Bernie in Detroit at the music hall, and at that time we had a 12 o'clock show, 2 o'clock show, 4 o'clock show. First time I ever met Bernie, all he talked about was his family and this city. He loved this city. He loved this city, loved it. And matter of fact, the only time I ever was ever unhappy to see Bernie coming was when y'all was winning all them damn championships. Every time I turned around, I forgot where I was. I'm sorry. And I'm sure everybody knew it would be me, so don't act like y'all. But the point is, wrong with you people? All I heard about was Miltroneers and Harold's Chicken and Steppin', and my favorite thing was when we get together for the Kings, we all waited to see what Bernie was wearing, because Bernie would wear colors that crayon hadn't even invented yet. It would be like, hey, man. And it is true that the good die young. 50 years is not enough time. And the thing that I can say about Bernie is this, that the hardest thing for a black man to do is to be an individual. Is to stand on your own and to say what you mean and to not be influenced by anybody, to make your own mind up and your own way. And Bernie Mac was a man, believe me when I tell you. He stood on his own. He said what he believed. He used to always say, I don't care if you like me, I like me. He said, I walk alone all the time. I'm gonna tell you like a T.I. is. I've never been more influenced by another comedian, and I'm more proud of him, not for the things that he did on stage, but truly for the man he was. And I'll say this. I'm sad because I never got a chance to tell him how much I loved him. But if you love somebody, you make sure you tell them. Here, thank you now.
I didn't really want to do this. I talked to Rhonda this week, and I was trying to be upbeat about it. I was talking to Rhonda, and she asked us all to do it, you know. It's tough, you know. You tell jokes for a living. You dig, and then sometimes it just ain't funny. There's a lot I got to say. I've never been to a funeral with an MC. I was struggling in my closet trying to wear something to downplay and get black and all this here, and then you come out here in all white with a hat on and some stripes. And I'm gonna get that suit made. I just want y'all to know that right now. My next special, I will be wearing that, partner. Every night before we went out on stage on the King tour, Bernie used to pat us all. Bernie was an athletic dude, so he used to pat us on the rear end like basketball players, but Bernie was heavy-handed. And he had real strong hands, and they was cupped all the time. And I just always wanted to tell Bernie I was very uncomfortable with that. Wished he wouldn't do that every night. Bernie was the one that started us praying before we went out on stage. We'd always say prayer. I know after we got out there, didn't seem like we knew God at all, but it was such a big thing for all of us, the kings of comedy. Bernie ran what we call the anchor leg. He was our closer. You know, in a relay, you give a stick to the next dude, and you get a baton to the next dude, and you say the fastest cat for last, just in case you get behind. Every night, we handed that mic to B-Man, because no matter how funny the three of us was, Bernie had something else for him. Man, nobody wanted to follow Bernie Mac because he was just too much. He was like a train wreck. We would all watch him every night and sit out there and let's go see this train wreck. Because Bernie would take his jokes and just run them into the side of you. He didn't care how you felt about it. But Bernie used to say something, and DL said it. Bernie said, "I walk alone." He said that all the time. We've heard it 1,000 times in interviews and everything. But if I stand here, I look back on B-Mac's life, I think about how he was a family man, how he loved Rhonda and his baby, how he talked about him all the time. I look at his career and all he did. I was sitting there watching the tribute myself going, man, I forgot all the movies. I forgot all them things he done. What an amazing career. It made me think about something. Bernie Mac always said he walked alone. I don't think he was walking alone at all. I think Bernie was walking with Jesus the whole time. I just hope Jesus now he walking with Jesus. I want to tell Mac I'll see you soon, man. Well, no, I don't mean soon. I'll just see you. Thank Bernie Mac for the kings of comedy. We love y'all so much.